What's up guys, we are back again for another episode, and today I'll be sharing a bit more on utilizing the footwork. This is one of the things that I realized that many people or many jiu-jitsu practitioners lack of, which is understanding on how to use the footwork correctly or how to also change level while you're using the footwork. So this is what we'll be covering in today's in today's video. Okay, and today I'm back again with Omar the OK. He's from Egypt, by the way, and he lives in... Anyway, I'll be sharing on how to utilize your footwork and also how to change level while using your footwork as well. So we're going to cover on this. Okay, let's start. So just to also understand on how we want to use the footwork, so I'm just going to show on the 3 different type of footwork that we generally use for jiu-jitsu. So number 1, we're going to start with my partner just going to put the leg down. Usually when you are a guard player, what you want to do is you want to make sure that your both foot point up to my chest. But just for this particular drill, hairy leg. Just for this particular drill, I need Omar to just drop his leg so I can just start to use my footwork to move around. So we're just going to start from side to side footwork. So from here, what I want to do is I'm just going to move side to side. Okay, come back. From here, I'm going to use side to side again. Side, connect my 2 legs together, side to side. Okay, this is for you guys to understand on side to side footwork. And the next footwork that I'm going to cover is on, I call this crescent step. So from here, I'm going to step in like a moon. And now I stop here. Okay, come back in. I'm going to use crescent step again. Step to cover. Okay. And the third one is going to be a back step from here. So now from here, I'm going to use my front foot to go for the back step, step, come back. Okay, same thing, back step, come back. Okay, so these are the 3 basic footwork that we will usually use in jiu-jitsu. And just to also cover on the next things, which is on level change from here. So whenever I use stuff like side to side step, whenever I move, it is ideal for me to cover the distance or change level correctly in this sense, because whenever I'm here, if you look at the distance between me and Omar, there's some distance that I need to cover from here. So if I were to just being here, ideal situation is for me to start to drop my level to cover the distance from here. So next thing, whenever I go for crescent step, see where my leg is. Of course, my goal is I want to make sure that I'm above his knee line from here. But in this level, it is not possible for me to drop my level here because I'm already standing high from here and I'm already closing the distance. So it's more ideal for me to not put my chest low, but staying in this position. And the last one is on my back step position. So whenever I use a back step position, whenever I step to go for a back step, 1, 2, it is more ideal for me to start to drop my level just because, like I mentioned on, there's some gap here. So this is where I'm going to start to use my body to also cover the distance from here. Okay, just to continue back on how we want to use this to also try to mix things up is, now I'm in this situation where I start to whenever my partner starts to pull guard, now he's in a position from here. First of all, of course, the basic of jiu-jitsu is where I have to protect myself because I don't want to just step in here and start to get him to bind me up from here. Not what I want to, but I want to start to protect myself in this situation where I'm closing all this available space. So whenever I'm here, when I start to utilize my footwork from here, so now example, when I start to use like my side to side step, the importance of me dropping my weight down is for me to start to cover all this gap between me and him, because if I don't drop my weight, what's going to happen is Omar going to start to circle his leg and start to move back and start to attack me from here. But similarly, if you look at situation where I go for crescent step from here, whenever I step for crescent step, in order for Omar start to counter attack me from here or start to bind me up from here, it's not going to be as easy as what I did earlier, because there's a distance between me and him where I'm already closing the distance. So if Omar tried to go from here, see, he have to create some space in order for him to start to move. So this is the importance of us try to cover the space. And this is how we're going to use my body to also cover the space where I need to change level. So whenever I'm here, so now example, I use my back step. There's a space that I need to cover. So this is where I'm going to use my body to start to cover this space. Okay? So now we're going to try to mix things up from here. So now whenever I'm here, I can start from just go for crescent step. Whenever Omar start to step back, start to cover this distance, I can use my back step and cover this distance. So Omar, continue. Whenever you cover from here, continue. Yep. Okay, just for you guys to understand on the distance coverage and also changing level from here. Okay, so how do we embed this back into our usual passing using this? So now, example, if I'm trying to pass Omar, when Omar start to like, no, raise your leg up. So whenever I start to pass Omar, first of all, I think this is also some of the reference that you guys can watch in my previous video is where I start to like move his leg around, try to control his leg, start to move. Now, whenever Omar start to move, I cover the distance. If he start to regard, continue. So again, for me to emphasize on this as well is, now whenever I start to clear the leg, this is where I can start to use my footwork. I can start with back step, closing the distance. When Omar start to regard, I can use my crescent step, cover the space. When he return, I can also use my back step to cover. When I start to move, I can start to use my side to side to start to cover. So this is for you guys to understand, because when we use the footwork, it's not really about just me staying high and start to move around, because this is what I don't want to. And move around from here. But what I really need to is understanding on the gap between me and him. If there's a gap, I need to find ways to close it. I can use my shin, I can use my body. Okay? And guys, again, thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, don't forget to click the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys soon. Us.